Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had your tias smash that subscribe button, go and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to those that contributed last night for the live. I want to thank you. And here they go. Carlos C. U. Rod. FP Liberal. Fernando L. Angel G. Thank you guys. This episode right here is going to be about, man, how I landed myself in jail the first time, right? Yeah, the first time. All right, if I haven't already made it extremely clear, I'm an alcoholic, like the real deal type, you know, not like the joking type, like the type that gets crazy when I drink, right? I got 12 years of sobriety. No longer touch alcohol, no longer have that craving, don't wish it, don't miss it at all. Let me paint you that picture of how I ended up in jail the first time. I got back from Iraq in 2005. I went from Iraq back to Brawley at the age of 20 years old, right? Look at your local 20-year-old now. Young, extremely young. Now imagine being in combat for 13 months as a grunt, right? Infantry. That was OIF 2. Operation Iraqi Freedom 2, the beginning of the insurgency. Roadside bombs, car bombs, Iraq's first elections, the whole nine. It was wild. It was wild, wild west. I came back with $20,000 in my bank account. Reason being is because that money was just getting saved up. I mean, there's no Starbucks, there's no Walmart, there's no nothing. Once in a while, I would buy some CDs on Amazon. Amazon was brand new back then. The what are they called? The Apple, where they played the music. They were different back then. I forgot what the iPods. They were just different. They're the first generation, right? So I'm back at Brawley, hanging with all my boys, right? Wilding out. Going nuts. Absolutely crazy. Having the time of my life. So I thought, alcohol, drugs, rock and roll, the whole shebang, man. We just went nuts. We went for it. We went nuts, right? Because there was a few of us, like 6 of us. A lot of them were Marines. A couple were Army. We all came back at the same time. We're the same age. We are just making it rain. Making it rain before making it rain was a thing. We were going nuts, right? Well, my parents didn't like that. Not in the slightest, right? Because I was staying up all night long, partying, and then sleeping during the day. That was my vampire status. That was the schedule, right? That was the program, right? They were getting upset because I was disrespecting the pad, right? Their pad. Just doing some wild things, right? Just like treating it like a hotel, treating their pad like a hotel. Looking back now, very disrespectful. I have a daughter. Oh man, well, we'll cross bridges when those bridges get there, but they said, enough's enough. And it probably hurt them, right? Like, hey, that's a wrap. You're out. We're kicking you out. We're kicking you out of the house, right? So like, bam, there I am. Homeless, right? No pad, homeless. Don't got a place to go. So what am I doing? Sleeping in my Tundra at the time. My Toyota Tundra that I bought for myself when I got back from my deployment. Crashing on homies' couches. I would hook up with chicks, right? My sole point at that part was to go to their pad just so I could take a shower. Like, I wasn't even trying to hook up. Like, I just wanted to get a shower in, right? Like, that's where I was at. I had my dirty laundry right there in the riding shotgun with me. Your boy was a wreck. For sure was a wreck. Like, wilding. Now, a whole lot of this, right? A whole lot of this. PTSD, untreated post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, I was on one, right? So on the night that I got arrested, right? Your boy was on a sick one. I was on a sick one. What do you want me to tell you? I apologize. It wasn't. That was not. I'm not that way now. I'll tell you that much. I'm kicking it with a homie, right? Two of them. One is my age. The other guy was a little homie from Barstow, and that was like my best friend's cousin, right? The dude would just, poor guy, man. The dude would just visit. The dude would just come from Barstow, hang out, party with us. He was younger than us, so he was probably just like idolizing this glamorous life that we were wilding out on, right? It's us three. We're drinking at the dude's pad, right? On K Street. We're drinking, for those of you that know we're Brawley, right? We're drinking at the homie's pad. Like I said, man, we were all on a sick one. It was like normal program. Let's keep it going, right? We run out of beer, right? The beer, and boy, did we drink heavily, man. We ran out of like beer, so we're like, hey, well, let's go do a beer run at the 7-Eleven, right? On K Street. So, like, all right, we get in the truck. I'm in the back seat. Man, this day had to have been a Thursday or a Friday, right? Because this was a whole week long adventure in jail, county jail. So it had to have been like a Thursday or like a Friday. Probably like a Friday. The homie's driving. The kid from Barstow is sitting shotgun. I'm in the back seat, chilling. The dude is kind of like scared, hesitant, not wanting to go in. Just like this dude is like lagging it, right? Like very. I believe if he just would have gone in, got the stuff, came out, we would have been all right. But the fact that he delayed, he finally goes in. This dude comes running out of the store with a case of beer in his hand. He jumps in the bed of the truck. As he's driving in the bed of the truck, I kid you not, right there by Nana Dora's, the restaurant, a CHP sees immediately. Like the CHP's passing, dude's hopping into the bed of the truck. Instantly, turns around, turns on his lights, pulls us over on the next streets over. Boom, just like that. Gaffled up, instantly. I automatically pretend I'm asleep in the back seat, right? That didn't work. Boy, that didn't work. There happened to be like two CHP officers because one was talking to another. One approaches the driver, my homie, and says, "Hey, do you know that somebody just jumped in the bed of your truck?" Right? I'm like this, like peeking with my eye open, pretending I don't know what's going on, right? The other CHP officer flashes a flashlight in the bed of the truck, sees the homie laying in the back. Poor kid, man. Poor kid. I'll tell you why, poor kid. In the back, holding the case of beer, right? And the partner tells the other partner, "Hey, man, they just did a beer run." Boom, everybody get out of the goddamn truck. I wait, what's going on, guys? Hey, officers, right? Put us in handcuffs, sit us down on the curb. Busted, right? Busted. I'm thinking like, wow, has to be like a cut and release. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? What's it like a 24 pack cost? I don't know. Freaking like $15. I don't remember. So they take us to Brawley Police Department. And mind you, man, I never got along with Brawley PD. These guys, there's something to be said about small police departments. They got nothing better to do. Absolutely nothing better to do. So they pull people over for tinted windows, just loud music at your parties, hollering at these girls at the donut shop. It's just ridiculous, right? They carry a chip on their shoulder, right? But they have them come to San Diego or LA, they would lose their mind. They wouldn't even know how to conduct themselves, right? So there, me and my homie are handcuffed to the little. This was the first time I went to jail. This is all new to me. I should have never learned the program of how it goes, but this was like, okay, this is the experience, right? Mind you, I wasn't living at home anymore. My parents kicked me out. Your boy was homeless. So, handcuffed to the little bench. My homie's sitting right next to me. We're like sitting there. We're kind of like shaking our head, like kind of like laughing, like, man, this is some BS. This is some bullshit. We got caught, like whatever. Like, oh, man. The cop comes in. He starts asking my friend questions. Hey, did you guys have money? Did you guys plan to do this? My homie starts talking. Man, I'm not a gang member. I never been a gang member. I watch TV. In the TV, you're not supposed to talk. You're not supposed to say nothing. Like in the movies, you don't talk to the cops, right? So like this dude starts talking and I go, "Hey." And I say his name, right? And then he kind of looks and he goes, oh, yeah, like kind of snaps out of it. Like the dude wasn't a gangster either. We weren't gang members. We were just running around, right? Running around. So the cop did not appreciate my gesture, not in the slightest. He looked at me, gave me a dirty look, and then separated us, right? Separated us, moved that dude out of there, came in, and then he tried talking to me. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I can't afford an attorney. Won't be provided. I'm like, no comment. Period. Boom. Your boy held it down. I don't know much, but I know talking to the cops is not cool at the time, at the place. Not gonna happen, right? Last thing I'm gonna do is self-incriminate myself. I'm not. It's just almost common sense, but maybe people don't get that part. I'm thinking, all right, they're gonna cut us loose any second now. They have to. Why wouldn't they? Man, we're in Brawley. I could probably just walk wherever I need to walk to, go sleep in a bush or something. I don't know. So, man, they put us in another police car. They start driving us to El Centro. And I'm like I said, this is my first rodeo, so I'm like, man, what's going on here? Why are we going to El Centro? Well, the Imperial County Jail is over there in the backside of El Centro, like out in the country. So, okay, dude parks his police car, pushes his little buttons, gets let in. I'm like, well, maybe this is procedure. I don't know, man. I don't know. We get in. They do the medical assessment. Hey, do you want to hurt yourself? No. Are you okay? Yes. Fingerprint time. Fingerprints. Mugshot. Okay. Boom. They put us in a holding cell. They put us in the holding cell in the county jail. Mind you, if I would have known that I could have bailed myself out at that point, I would have. I didn't know that at this time. So I go in there. There's other inmates in there. There's other people that are detained in there, right? One of them is also on a sick one. He proceeds to tell me if I want any Coke. And I'm like, no, dude, because I didn't want any. I was arrested. I didn't like the situation I was in, right? Plus, the dude probably just pulled it out of where. I'm like, nah, I'm good. No, thank you. Don't want any, right? I'll pass. I'm thinking they're going to let us out. They're going to let us out. They're asking, what are we in there for? This is like GP inmates, right? I'll get to that. I didn't even know about protective custody, sensitive needs, nor would I have really chosen that. Like, I wasn't. If I had a choice then, I would have still went like GP. Like, you're not going to put me over there. Like, I don't want to be over there with those guys, right? Why are they over there? Why do they look like that? Why are they looking at me like that? But next thing you know, a couple hours, seemed like they moved us from the holding cell to the dress out room. I didn't know it was a dress out room. I thought, well, this is where they're going to cut us loose. This is it. Now it's all three of us together in there. They give me and the homie that was driving, my age, like a beige, I can't remember the color, like brown or beige, like jumpsuit attire. They give the little homie from Barstow a red jumpsuit. This dude starts crying. Oh my God, poor kid. Like I said, poor kid. We start laughing. We thought it was funny. We thought that situation was funny. We start making it obvious, like, oh, bro, they gave us the brown jumpsuits. They gave you the red one. You know what that means? He's like, no, shut up, fool. Shut up. I don't know what that means. Fool's crying, right? The other guys that are in there are laughing. It was not their first rodeo. How do I know? It didn't appear that it was their first rodeo. We're like, oh, man, where you're going is going to be all bad, man. This dude's like, Oh, stop playing, stop crying, stop playing. We're laughing. Well, they do end up, in fact, moving that guy with the red jumpsuit out, right? We didn't know, but he would get bailed out that night. Man, he knew the system somehow. The dude got bailed out, right? There I am with boxers. Boxers that are loose from the waist, but tight from the thigh area. So they were falling down, but not going anywhere. Didn't appreciate that one bit. I'm holding like my bedroll. I'm holding like a mattress, the sheet or whatever, like linen, clothes. It's me, the homie. We get walked to this dorm, right? It's called camp. In jail, in Imperial County Jail, they called it camp. Said, oh, you guys are going to camp. All right, cool. Not the camp you guys are thinking about. Door busts open. Me and him are standing there. A whole dorm full of inmates, right? At that, there was only Hispanic and white inmates in there. I didn't see any black inmates in there. As soon as the door opens, a guy goes, hey, what's up, so-and-so? That was that dude's cousin. The homie I was with, that was his cousin. He was the shot caller of the dorm. Lucky me, right? So, says, hey, what's up? Hey, come in. Hey, grab it. Tell the other little homies, hey, grab his stuff. This is my primo. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm standing there like a straight idiot, bro. Like a straight statue. My homie looks back and goes, oh, he's with me too. Oh, hey, what's up? Right? Embrace me, whatever. Cool. We'll get you set up. We'll give you the rules. We'll give you the reglas. And I'm like, man, why didn't they let us go home? Like, it was a beer run. Acting like we hurt, like acting like we committed like a major offense, right? So now it's Saturday. Telling you it was a weekend. Monday, Tuesday was like a holiday. So it just went all bad. It went all the way, drug out from like Saturday all the way to Thursday, right? Or Friday all the way to Thursday, like a whole week. I take off my shirt, I start doing push-ups immediately. My friend starts laughing, asking me what I'm doing, told me to get up. I said, nah, man, I've seen the movies. I'm establishing myself, right? I'm establishing my presence. I'm not kidding you guys. There I am cranking out push-ups. They're kind of looking at me like I'm crazy, but I kind of wanted that. I kind of wanted that like reaction, right? Like, damn, what's up with this dude, right? So, man, I mean, it just one week in there, right? Man, it was not. I didn't appreciate it. There's like, no, I didn't get taken advantage of. There was none of that going on, right? There was none of that going on. Apparently, what I gather from now is they use the term residents. So, like, you're not part of a gang. So you're just kind of like passing through jail. There was a couple other people like that too. So, yeah, there was a roll call, right? The gallo, there was just like, I just identified myself as Hector. I mean, I didn't have an AKA, nor did I really have one, right, at all. So, while I'm in jail, I get a phone. I used a little payphone. I called my dad. He's like, hey, you got a letter from CDC. You have your test coming up. I don't know if you're even going to be able to get in with this now. And yeah, I got it out of jail on that Thursday. After that weekend, I had my written exam on that Monday. Drove up to Rancho Cucamonga, took my written exam, passed. Background investigation was just a couple months later. Background investigator was like, hey, what the heck? What? Says right here you were in jail a couple of months ago. Right? Because I disclosed it. Like that, you got to disclose that. It's a record now. It's on the record. If you omit it, it's considered lying. You're hiding something. So I'm like, hey, I got out of the military. I was wilding out. This and this happened. He's like, all right, man. All right. Dude pushed me through. I thank him, and I thank him for that because it was a career. It was an experience, right? A lot of good, a lot of bad. I learned a lot. with that message being said, the message for this episode is don't go to jail. And if you have undiagnosed disorders, alcoholism, PTSD, any of that kind of stuff, seek treatment, man. I didn't seek treatment for the longest because I thought it would make me appear weak. I thought it would make me appear weak to ask for help. But that would be the opposite, farthest from the truth, right? That's probably the most courageous thing I ever did. Keep pushing forward.